afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is another powerful and very, very important day in the struggle and the fight to liberate Biafra from Nigeria.
Oh yes, all lovers of freedom, all seekers of justice, all good people of conscience, all those who, irrespective of what is currently rocking the boat that is taking us to the promised land, you all remain very determined, very focused, resolved, and ready to go all haywire. I thank you. Akpan Asokwo. I am here again in the spirit of this oneness, as we have subscribed that same spirit of camaraderie, the spirit of one love, as we will reject everything by the janjaweed to keep us permanently divided, that we continue to revolve around a vicious circle, all in the name of seeking for our freedom, doing one and the same thing for decades. Thank you all. We are going to be visiting a whole lot of topics today. Yes, but you have seen the major two here as encapsulated in that headline, that caption, that title. Please, if you are here, do good. I want to give us a minute or more to help us share this to different platforms, even to that fold of those who have taken the path of divide and rule, who have taken the path of the enemy, maybe by the hearing of our voice, as it would thunder like a wildfire to every heart that gives their audience. Today, we will be conducting deliverance using the truth that is the foundation of our great and indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, laid. So please do good to share. Do good to share. Thank you as we do the needful. Please do good to share while I take 1 minute to complete some settings. Thank you. We have a we have a very high number of areas to look into today. We might be doing it in a way of summary while we cover much things. So, but we might not just be idle while we do this, because there are so many voice notes. There are a lot of things I would wish we look into. There are a lot of things I would wish we look into. So please do good to share. Do good to share. You have listened to this, but listen again to this.
That I never supported opening or being part of any account opened in Nigeria. I have never.
Okay. I think we will need this particular voice note when we get there. So for now, let me complete the settings for this program so that Let me continue the settings. We will listen to that voice note when the time reaches. Someone should remind me. If anyone wants to come in, if you have an input, please remember to tell me. I will also have a way for anyone who wants to come in to contribute to do so. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Please don't get tired. We are trying to finalize settings so that we will go all in. We will go all in. We will go all in. Wow. 20 people already here. Please share. Share wider. Share wider. Share wider, please. Because we are going to convert those who have been misled, but they were supporting because they thought what they were told was all true, not knowing that it was all a deliberate attempt to fight against the struggle. Okay, you know, some of these women who are politicians, that is why most men don't allow their wives to involve in politics, active politics. Because most of the women who involve in politics, most times, I don't know the kind of heart they do have. I don't know. Okay, let us now start. Let us now start. Okay.
Any Nigerian account. For over 13 years, from MNK till date, I have been fighting for the freedom that
Okay. While I continue to arrange this program, I will start with this particular one. I think it was yesterday or today, I don't remember, when I saw one of the new media dogs that this woman, Orabueze, sends to attack Adadiorama and every other person who disagrees with this woman. I played this particular voice in one of my programs 2 days ago or so. Now, what she is trying to debunk is what the Kelena of a guy or a boy, I don't know, because he acts like a little boy. That is the same thing that Nsima, you remember, all of you remember Nsima. That's the same thing Nsima was doing then. So, Now, you can see that this is a return of Nzama people. Nsima was doing anything that Nelly wants or wanted. That is exactly the same thing this Kelena is doing now. Yes, he has undertaken the role of a devil advocate. I pray he stand to the end so that he will really be holistically consumed. There are a lot of things, pack of evidences, different voice notes. I will make sure I organize this in a way that it will. So Kelena was defending that it was the same Fulani account that is presently introduced by Ngozi, which even Ngozi somehow, somewhere in one of her programs even said something about it. And now said, now they have exposed, I don't know if you can remember, she said now they have exposed that they are doing everything to expose the account they are using. As if she didn't know that when she introduced a Nigerian account that people will be implicated. Now Kelena is defending it. Now what the guy they call Kelena now had to say there is that those people who are exposing this thing never put a dime in any account, never supported the movement. Do you know why? This statement comes in two ways. That Kelena of a boy is sent to do these things. He wants to pull some people's legs, one, and then do his normal devil duty or role, assignment. What am I saying? When he said this thing now, some people who are using different name to donate money before, now will likely want to now start using their real name to donate money tomorrow, so that when I'm donating, I will use my name Akpan, so that they will know I am donating. Please listen, no matter where you are donating, if you are donating to them, no problem, it's your decision, it's your money. If you are donating to Ogechukwu Nkere, anybody you are donating, use your head. Because now, if I remember Bonambo, at a time, I think it was Tortoise that called his children, asking them, how many times will you be faced with a situation before you learn your lesson? The first of Tortoise's sons said, I will have such situation at least 3 times before I will learn my lesson. Tortoise called him and put his head in between his legs and now folded his fist, touched saliva and touched it on the soil, gave a very heavy knock on the head, then draw it, stretch it so severely so that the pain will go deep, because it was a statement of a foolish man. Then he called the second one. The second one said it will be 2 times. He repeated it, and Then the third one, which is the last son, said, only once and I will learn my lessons. He said, you are a wise man. So it is an adage. It can be a proverb. It is a direct statement. Your tongue is there to help you count your teeth if you are willing to use it. Let us continue, lovers of freedom. So I think I have addressed this part, but listen to her while I arrange the program as we progress.
I never supported opening or being part of any account opened in Nigeria. I have never encouraged anyone to pay money into any Nigerian account. For over 13 years, from MNK till date, I have been fighting for the freedom of my people. I will not stop until Biafra is fully restored. As a mother figure in our community, I have offered guidance and advice when needed. However, I cannot force adults to do what they ordinarily wish to do. I have prayed and played my part in supporting the fight for Biafra, and I will continue to do so. I was offended and felt betrayed when I heard Raphael Ajere spreading misinformation and misquoting me.
All right. From this woman's statement here, you know her. That is, I don't know who. You know her all. All of you know her. Now, there is something that this woman said here. All of us should take home. Adaderama, I want to bring in Adaderama. All my programs these days, I have my reason for always calling Adaderama. And I wish all of you learn to do that. While we are condemning the agent, the mole that has been planted in to divide us, which is Ngozi and her cohorts, we are blaming her because she is sowing the seed of discord. Why some people think it is a mistake, people like us know it is not. She is planted in to do what she is doing. It is a premeditated attempt. That established, let us continue. Now, why a lot of you go all out because of the mistakes of Adaderama in the past? This same mistake, this statement I made now, I will still tweet something. There is a particular point I noted and I will tweet because of that. Otundin Zuko is in Olo, that Adaderama is the leader and she formed it and our PM allowed it. That Otundin Zuko is in Olo. They had responses. There are responses they gave to Ada after she declared that the union, the organization, will no longer support the Ngozi Orabueze's government. But anybody who wishes to donate money to that source can go ahead. She made it very clear. Now, some of the people who support the real government, which is the BRGIE as instituted by Mazi Simon Ekpa, all of you want to have your own pound of flesh by using the opportunity that Ada is now fought against by the same people she once protected. You now want to use it as an advantage to fight her. There is something I want to cast your mind back to. There is something I want to cast your mind back to. That was the statement of Ohamadike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu, the supreme leader of this same movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, when the chips were down, he said, he came in all out, condemned Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka for his reckless utterances in the past, which affected a lot of things, which even subjected Nigerian people to what they faced in the hands of Buhari. Everybody condemned Mbaka. Nobody was happy about what he did. Even he himself, Onyendu, went all out. But he did that as a father. After he did condemn him, everybody want to now take it as an advantage to make Mbaka an eternal enemy. He said, this is not the Biafra we are pursuing. We are pursuing a Biafra where we will love one another, where we will be able to project the truth and not use it as an instrument of destruction, wherein we will see our brothers and look to him face to face and tell him, brother, thank you for doing this right. Brother, you are wrong for doing this wrong. That is the Biafra he wants. And that this is the same reason why he don't want to say, no, we don't want to touch this part of the national life or the state life. Of course, the national life of Biafra, this state, because religion is part of man. So no human society can do away with religion. Rather, we can only call for caution not to allow religion to be weaponized. And that this is what he wants to do, because he don't want to have a Biafra of fools. In fact, if you don't mind, while I continue to arrange, but if I go to play this now, it might cut me off from saying what I want to say. Now, this woman here, I don't know who now, was angry at Pastor Van Van Van, Mr. Raphael Chiamaka Ajaire. She said that she was disappointed the way somebody she trusted so much, counted on, could, because of any differences going on, because she made a choice to stand with a place she felt or she was, preached into joining. Now, her case was presented in a wrong way. I am not even going to fault Ajere for doing that too, because Ajere did a good work for pulling her out. But I want to use the case to teach. Some people now appeared in Adadioram mass program today, I think about 6 hours ago, or thereabout. They came out, particularly those from the Orabueze's faction. Every day, I'm just now pointing at today's own. Every day, any program you do, they want to make sure that everybody becomes eternal enemy. Just because the person takes a view, takes a stand. That is one thing you must not do. Now, Adadorama made her mistakes. That is the information she's exposed to. People sometimes tend to act in a certain way because of the measure of information they are exposed to. That you are privileged to having some measure of mental development doesn't mean that sincere people who doesn't have that measure of exposure. Now, Adadorama was or is known for saga. She had done it because she thought she was doing the right thing. She has done the wrong thing. Yes, I condemn her. Different videos, the same me that condemn her will still, commend her when she do the right thing. Now, if you go to condemn her, Ngozi is condemning her, you are condemning her, all of you, everybody, what do you want her to do? When she quits, she might even be against the struggle. It has happened in the past. This is the same thing, I think. Okay, while I read out or guide this program, I think I should, when I get to this program, I might be forced to play in. I don't know if I will see that particular Onyendu's. I have to see it though. I need to see it though. Okay. I need to see that. Because that was when Onyendu mentioned it. That we are supposed to cover whatever is necessary in advancing this cause. We need to cover it. But if I can't see it,
ordinary $1
okay. So let's not be distracted by that. Now look at it. see where we are going for today's program. Look at where we are going. A letter was sent to the barrister to Mr. Simon Ekpa by Mr. Simon Ekpa while in Finland investigative Bureau's net. That's Mr. Ekpa wrote letter. The PM, Biafran Republic Government in Exile, wrote a letter to address Biafrans. Ngozi Orabueze found that letter offensive. She didn't want it to get to Biafran people. And that same letter, Ogechukwu Nkere reacted to it, finding a way to tell Biafrans, for us, we should endeavor to unite and not allow the enemy any advantage like the enemy is currently having. Now today, Ngozi Orabueze, being very angry because of the content of the letter, she's hiding it. Instead, Ngozi Orabueze had to react to Ogechukwu Nkere's letter response from Finnish government. That is, Ogechukwu Nkere wrote to Finland authority demanding that Finland should understand that Simon Ekpa is people's, Biafran people's leader, that they passed this lane some time ago to become the great nation they are today. Therefore, asking or demanding, appealing that Finland release our leader, Simon Ekpa. Then Ngozi Orabueze picked offense when she stormed into that letter replying Ogechukwu Nkere, that is Finnish government's reply or response to Ogechukwu Nkere. Now, what Ngozi Orabueze did was to go all haywire to fight against Ogechukwu Nkere and even addressed Ogechukwu Nkere as a person she don't even know by saying, whoever is doing this rubbish. Now I want to show you the letter so that you will know when something is real. Go to Orabueze's Twitter. I think she posted it there too, because she thought she will keep fooling Biafrans. Look at the letter. Can you see it? Can you see it? If you have any of your friend, if you are not in any Biafran platform, if you have your friend who is in any platform, tell them to look for that document and send to you so that you will read it. Because there are people who has decided that they must be useless and their brain must be used for a toy. Now, this is what the letter says. Response to appeal for compassionate consideration and support for His Excellency Simon Ekpa and the Biafran people, Ministry for Foreign Affairs. This is Finland government replying to Ogechukwu Nkere. So there are many addresses here. There are many contacts, Finland government contacts in that letter, in case you want to call any Finnish authority so that you'll be sure this letter is genuine. So from that letter, you will see contacts. So now they're saying thank you to Ogechukwu Nkere for your letter, dated 11/12/2024. That is, Ogechukwu Nkere even wrote this letter since December. Since 11th December, he wrote this letter In response, we want to highlight that Finnish democracy is built on rule of law. It's built on the rule of law. The rule of law and respect for fundamental rights are key principles enshrined in the Constitution of Finland. So I might not need to read because the letter, because I screenshotted it, it's not too clear. So it's somehow blurred. So get it and see what is the content of the letter. From what Finland is replying, they are telling Ngozi Nkere not to worry, that the Finland government will make sure Simon Ekpa's right is protected. Now, this is a man who means well for his leader. But can you remember that Ngozi Orabueze told you that Ngozi Nkere was the one that sold Simon Ekpa? Can you remember? And a lot of you, out of emotion, out of your love for Simon Ekpa, your leader, you now began to hate the man who did nothing. The second story that made you go all out against the Ngozi Nkere was issue of account. This was the same issue of account that he reconciled with Simon Ekpa. The PM, who is his leader, that appointed him and appointed the same Ngozi Orabueze. Now, this same reason, account and all of that is why a lot of people are so angry. Even the Ngozi Nkere at a certain program tried to clarify these things. At other program, begged or pleaded with Biafrans for forgiveness of overreaction, and then cleared these things. Said that there is even that this one of these accounts is even somewhere there is an issue of non-accountability, that even this woman had a hand in it, but she did it to blackmail him. So different reasons have been given, and God knows the truth. But what is evident is enough to even show us a light. Let us now begin to show you more things. Let us show you more things. Now, people were acting or asking questions in that program. A lot of people were asking questions, different questions, and I tried to capture some of those questions, and I say I will bring it here. So those questions and many other things helped to form our points or lead direction to this day's program. Now, why Simon Ekpa wrote the letter is to make sure that the opportunity Biafran Republic government in exile missed in Donald Trump's inauguration, that we find a way to correct that mistake and not miss the opportunity, so that we utilize the earlier stage of Donald Trump's government. Now, this is owing to the fact that he already heard about Donald Trump's inaugural committee bringing in the Amazonian people and the Eritrean governing council into the inauguration as united bodies. And here we are, who have more resources, who have more both human and financial resources. We have more human and financial resources than all these other people, by far. We have more population. We should even be more organized, like the Michael Robbins stated. But what happened? There is an enemy that doesn't want us to be united, that want us to be seen as disunited and unorganized people in the eyes of the world. That is the sole mission of this enemy. This same divide and rule that has been passed down from the British to the Fulani to our political elite at home and now in the Biafran agitation fold. They tell you that you are not in exile. Ask them, where are they? Simon Ekpa created this Biafran Republic government in exile. How many months to this convention? Each of the offices, liaison offices, how much was invested? I am asking these questions. Now, let me start from that one before I will continue. Ngozi Orabueze went on to tell you that she now have it should be here. She now have a new office that will not be recognized as a Biafran BRGIE liaison office. That we are no more agitation group. We are no more agitating. We are no more self-determination seeking, that we are already a state. Good and fine. She said, because we are no more a state, now she have a new replacement of BRGIE. In furtherance of that idea, she created a new office. Now spent Biafran taxpayers' money, Biafran people's money, to erect the office. All these things is a distraction, creating avenues to make sure that your money doesn't go to the main purpose for that money. That was the same reason Adadiorama began to cry out that we are not a charity organization. We are not running a charity organization. That the BRGIE is built on restoration of the Biafran state. And just like Simon Ekpa wrote in that letter, it is the BRGIE that should be used. Like he said, not even in the letter, like Simon Ekpa said in his interviews and broadcasts, that this BRGIE should be used to get Biafra recognized as a state, and then new government will be formed, government will be handed over. Let me not rush, because I will, at the end of the day, say the whole thing without now. This is what I'm continuing with. Simon Ekpa made it very clear that the BRGIE will be used to get us recognized. A new government will be handed over to the government at homeland or in homeland, and this one will be dissolved. The cabinet will be dissolved after that recognition. But note, we will recognize with this government, after which we dissolve. Take it home. And every supporter of Ngozi Orabueze should know that she's deceiving them. All supporters of Orabueze should know that Orabueze is deceiving them. That BRGIE that she's fighting is deliberate. It's not a mistake. She is fighting it because she wants you to look disorganized before the world. She wants you not to have a central body that will make sure that the defense forces are unified. I am coming to all of that. Okay, so the Ambazonian recognition is what I will now start playing. As we speak today, because of the unity, the same thing Simon Ekpa was pushing towards. He said, at the end, the Nigerian state will call us on a round table. Today, my brothers and sisters, Ambazonians remained resolute after the capture of their own leader, the same way Simon Ekpa was arrested. They remained resolute, they remained united. But Ngozi Orabueze said, no, we will not remain united, so that we will not be able to achieve the goal. Now, see the update from the Ambazonian Governing Council. This is what is happening today.
I told you before, when the time comes, they will come to us.
Cameroon now get for swallow that pride, that arrogance, and come for their senses. The Cameroon government, they don't call for a negotiation. They don't write an official letter. send them for Norway, men Norway be for the Ambazonia Governing Council. The Cameroon government, they don't call for a negotiation between the Cameroon state and the Ambazonia Governing Council. The leadership of the Ambazonia Governing Council, today the Vice President just finished for talk with the leadership during today's fundraiser and some other supporters of AGOVC and all heads of mission. They give them this briefing. The leadership of AGOVC, they don't tell the government of Norway as a response for the request from Cameroon for negotiate with the AGOVC. The leadership don't tell the Norwegian government, say no, I respond this, una carry on, una go back for Cameroon. Make we also give our own response. Now our position this. The only person who will make any decision about Ambazonian negotiation with Cameroon or a negotiation between Ambazonia Governing Council, the Ambazonian people and Cameroon, Dr. Cho Lucas. So when I carry the message back, not only the leader, he could make that decision. Now he be.
All right, lovers of freedom, are you learning anything here? Please hit on the like button if you are for us. Hit on the like button if you like the gospel of truth and redemption. We are here to open your eyes. If you are here for us, if you are here for Biafra, if you support this cause, if you want this freedom, we are here to open your eyes, to educate you and move forward. We want to make sure we are moving forward and not moving forward in error. Why you listen to this? Did it touch you? Did you feel anyhow that Ambazonians are making headway? That the Cameroonian government is calling for a negotiation. They wrote officially to Norwegian government. Here you are with more resources, with more human resources and material resources. I mean, with more population, with more, everything more than all these other nations. But somebody is sworn or has sworn not to allow you to make any headway. This is a representative of the Ambazonian forces. This person is brokering the news or bringing the news to you today so that you will be encouraged to take the right step. While Ngozi Orabueze is busy trying to block every way that Simon Ekpa will have his freedom, what is her target? Two things, no matter how you take it. As an agent, she wants to stop the freedom, and as somebody who loves power so much, as a power monger, she wants to be the one in charge. She wants to be in charge. She don't want anything to go to Simon. In fact, she doesn't want Simon ever to come out again. If not, why is she against anything that will allow for that? Anybody that takes any move, bring any suggestion, whether protest, whether getting lawyers for Simon Ekpa, whether writing Finnish government to stop or to reconsider their step, she will fight the person, either fight the person openly or try to quench that eagerness or that call. She will stop that call for that protest or for lawyer and whatever outrightly. She doesn't want such ideas to sell. She doesn't want to hear anything Nnamdi Kanu or publicizing Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. She wants to call the name Onyendu, call the name our PM, Obatobie. She wants to use the name to sell, but she don't want those people to be in charge. Hence, she stands against anything that will aid their gaining their freedom. The Ambazonian people are saying that they don't want to be responsible for anything, that their leader, if anything, any agreement, anything must be reached, that their leader must be reached out to, that it must be done by their leader. Simon Ekpa also did it. Will Orabueze do it? No, she don't want. She wants to be in charge. In fact, it gets as bad as anybody that want to ask anything that she doesn't like, the person is ejected from groups, the person is ejected from or not allowed. In fact, even when they are in when the person is already talking, they will mute the person. That is the kind of government you people want. You have heard Ambazonian people. Top O would say. All right, let us continue. Now, she continued. The Ambazonian Governing Council, we have touched the letter. Now, the lies that Ogechukwu Nkere was the one that planned to have PM Simon Ekpa arrested. Now, she has been proven wrong. At least, Finland responded to Ogechukwu Nkere's letter calling for Simon Ekpa's release. She is the one that even made it public. At least now you can see that it's not a, because if she's not the one that made it public, you would have been saying it is arranged. Now, the same Ogechukwu Nkere that she's telling people, she's making people believe is the one that sold Simon Ekpa, is the one that wrote Finland, and Finland is responding to, not just writing, on December that he wrote Finland. Now, she doesn't want anybody that will have access to our PM. And you should also recall that it was this same person that kept telling you that Finland will handle. And now she was the same person that told you that she was recognized by Simon Ekpa's wife, whom now she's calling ex-wife. So because she's the Ekpa's wife, Mary, his ex-wife, doesn't have right to, defend or give opinion on Biafran issue. The same person she introduced, so that you know how she is not a straightforward person. Let us continue. The lies that Ogechukwu Nkere is the real devil on the cross. You have seen it. That it's wrong. At least Finland she herself has vindicated Ogechukwu Nkere. Now, Simon Ekpa in that letter denies that office. That's what I was about, Now, go and check the letter she wrote. Ngozi Orabueze said she wrote, addressing Nigerian government. She acknowledged Simon Ekpa as head of state. Why she told you that she herself, Ngozi Orabueze, is deputy prime minister. Now her anger, let us start, because we will treat everything. I said, come here today and allow all the cobwebs that they try to use to becloud your senses of reasoning. We are going to use the truth to remove them from your cerebral hemisphere so that you begin to reason like normal human being again. She said she is deputy prime minister, and Adaroma asked her, who made you the deputy prime minister? Is it how deputy prime minister is made? Is it how position is made in a country? Because you say we are no more in agitation level. I have always hammered on that, so let us go beyond that. Now you said you are deputy prime minister. How are you now giving your prime minister the office of head of state? Now, this tells you, when somebody is too ambitious, she goes to showcase a lot of things. Because this brings to question a lot of things. As a doctor, as an academic doctor, not a medical doctor, as an academic doctor, she is supposed to know at least these basic things about government since she have interest in politics. So when you are too ambitious, you keep showing your nakedness. Now, how can you be a prime minister and be a head of state? So, because if you have a head of state, in some Western, it is different in different governments. In different, there are like varieties, like 3 varieties of it. Yes, we have different type of it in, like in Morocco, what we have in Morocco, where this person is still the head of state and they still the head of government. Where you have in UK, the Great Britain, where we have the head of state and there we have a head of government. The idea of head of state and head of government is such that where one is merely a tutelar head, that is a ceremonial head, the other is the real person in charge who spearheads the government's activities. This is the thing we once practiced in Nigeria. Yes, the Nigerian state started with this dual Westministerial system, where Zik was a mere ceremonial head and Tafawa Balewa was the real person with the actual power. Now, you are having a head of state, so won't you give yourself also a deputy head of state, since you have given yourself a deputy prime minister? Now, in that letter, it is important to note that Simon Ekpa disagreed in the letter he sent to the, he passed through his lawyer, that he disagrees with anything change of status, and he has his reason. You cannot be changing this status. You know how much Biafran people's money that was used in erecting, in fact, in mobilizing as a whole, both logistics and some legal approaches towards having this Biafran liaison office. A whole lot of Biafran people's monies was spent on this. Some of the liaison offices was just about 4 months to this convention. So Ngozi Orabueze, you can see how dubious she is. She indirectly wants to tell you that Simon Ekpa was a very foolish person, that all the monies that he was spending till like 3 months to that convention was just spent so that there will be convention, and after that the offices will now become useless. This is given that Ngozi Orabueze now want to change that this is no more BRGIE liaison office. You can see it. So it is the USB wires liaison office. No, she's not even calling it liaison office again. I think I should be more apt by looking for all the rubbish she's sharing to people. Let me even start by telling you, by reading out Ngozi Orabueze's letter, because before I get to that other one, her reaction to Ogechukwu Nkere for having Finland recognize him as Simon Ekpa's henchman and recognizing his sincerity and appeal. So now, Orabueze was so disappointed and so angry. Now look at it. She said, "Whosoever bears this name on this letter, Ogechukwu Nkere, should henceforth desist from interfering or writing any plea letter or bargain to Finland on behalf of Simon Ekpa." Letter attached. She attached that letter herself. PM, His Excellency Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. Okay. And you and anyone working with you is hereby advised to cease and desist. I don't know what is cease and desist. Whatever you are doing on behalf of USB, BRGIE, de facto or the use of PM. So now I will analyze, because as a very skeptical critic, we are very, very forensic. We don't allow anything to pass by unattended to. Can you see now, in her response to Ogechukwu Nkere, she said, now look at it. Thanks, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, COS stroke DPM, United States of Biafra. Now, can you see, when I look at the caliber of people, there are people I know that they are really, really learned. If I don't know any other person, I know Oga Biafra. Yes. If I don't know any other person, I know Oga Biafra. I know other people there. I know who are learned, who are supporting Orabueze. Now, I want to ask them, how do you want to keep yourself in this aloof circumstance? Keeping yourself so confused. You are not clicking on the like button. You are not sharing this program. You are not doing us any good. Please do so, because we want to do the right work. You have to encourage us, share this, so that more people will come to get liberated, and those who are already liberated will get stronger. She said, thanks, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, COS stroke DPM. Can you see the confusion now? How can you be the deputy prime minister and at the same time be a chief of staff to now? You were very bold. Again, look at the other side now. She said USB, United States of Biafra, because she said we are no more a government in exile. So we are now United States of Biafra. And I will show you many other things. So in her letter, I will read that letter. In her letter, let me finish with this place. You know, we have a lot of things to deliver here. BRGIE, she is USB, amarom onke oraimo, ko onke all these our chargers, USB cords in Nigeria. So oraimo, we have different other one. Is it the one Okocha is doing ambassadorial work for? So this charger, USB, you see the one. She's a very funny woman. Now you see, USB, United States of Biafra, is a country. In that her letter, she now used an address. She said Biafran Tower. In her letter, she said Biafran Tower. That is the office. You know, when you are addressing, now, because she wants to make you an object of mockery to the international community. She wants to paint you. That was why in Dr. Damages, Dr. Agi was asked a question. In fact, she was not asked a question. Dr. Agi was mocked. They didn't know that Dr. Agi is a learned person. Because of this kind of thing that this Orabueze is doing, one of those hoteles there, what is that his own name? Forefather said something like that these are a bunch of illiterates that gather themselves. They say they are doing Biafra. Bunch of neophytes, empty vessels, very stark illiterates who should be in motor park, loading Owerri to Aba, wedding to main market, to main market, to Ose main market, Ose main market, Ose, that these are what they should be doing. They don't have business with agitation. So now you can see, because of this kind of foolish representation, this is, I remember what happened, I think that was 1971, when Idi Amin of Uganda gathered his cabinet and said, we are going to change the name. I don't know if you, anybody can connect to this thing I'm saying now. I don't know how many historians and political scientists that are here. Yes. If you can recall, when this man, Idi Amin of Uganda, wanted to change the name of Uganda. I don't know. I don't know where I can get that. Let me check. I must get it. Now he said, one of the cabinet called him to order and said, no, you cannot do this. And the reason is simple. If you change this thing, the name will become idiot. Let me check that. That is the last president of Uganda, Idi Amin, when he wanted to change the name of Uganda to Idi, because his name is Idi. From there, he want to get the name of Uganda. He said we don't want to answer. In fact, I am telling you today that we have to change the name. We will become Idi, because he was seeing himself. If you remember Baron de Montesquieu, when some people arrogate so much power to themselves, and this is what this woman wants. Somebody that has not done anything, no impute. The impute is just to destroy and destabilize the movement. If you doubt me, go and see what Kelenna, the boy called Kelenna, was telling Adade Rama when Adade Rama was analyzing his this thing. He said, a whole woman, you are talking to a whole chief of staff, a whole DPM, a whole Dr. Orabueze. And Ada was saying, who is this Dr. Orabueze? You are so honorable. Ada said, it's because of all this honorable. Calm down. The name you are putting, please call her madam. Please, that's enough. Now, coming to what you say she has achieved. And do you know what Kelena said? That Ngozi Orabueze was the person Simon sent to South Korea. Do you know what they did in South Korea? Women was doing program. What effect is going to South? So Adade Rama said, going to South Korea now is the achievement. So you have now attested to the fact that this woman has nothing to offer. So only going to South Korea is the only thing you can boldly tell the Biafran people that Ngozi Orabueze, this is her achievement. Going to South Korea. And when she went there, what did she do? She went to South Korea. This is the same person that was saying, oh, I declared Biafra. And she could not even get one international observer. Even if it is our gossip meal of, what do you call them again? Is it Niger or the ones you call channels or Arise or whatever? All this backyard, not even any of them she could pull. Talk of the place she's even living. Not one person. Even a clerk or a sweeper, the person that office around the boy, she could not get one person to bear witness to the things she did. Because, of course, she didn't know why that was not called declaration by Simon Ekpa. But she want to see that. And Kelena was saying, the person that declared what? All the barristers that did the wonderful work now have been sacked by Ngozi Orabueze. Ask her why. None of you morons want to ask. You don't want to ask her. That she declared. Declared what? Can Ngozi Orabueze articulate what is the problem of what the undoing, the evil treatment that Nigerian government has meted against Biafran people, Nigerian state, of course, subsequent governments? She cannot. Somebody put these things together. No, she declared which declared Biafra? Biafra has been declared. We only voted to have the name to adjust, make adjustment in the name, then declare that we are restoring. But let's not go to give them that big lectures. Their head might not carry it. They might not carry it, because I know. Sometimes, that's why I was saying. Now, in what we were treating before I deviated. Now, Idi Amin of Uganda said, we need to do it this way. And somebody summoned the courage to tell him, Papa, we cannot do that. If we do this, this is the result. And all the cabinet members, because he made everybody to begin to live in fears. Nobody coughs. Idi Amin of Uganda. You don't know the name? The mention of the names, everybody catches cold. No cabinet member had the courage to even make any input or suggest anything. He was the government and the government was him. So now you see. Now, everybody in Amin's cabinet agreed that, okay, Oga, anything you say now, Uganda can be changed. Maybe the name might even be better. ED, I hope you said it's ED. He said yes. Yes, oh, he smiled. That's my boy. That's my boys. That's my boys. And this was because they were all afraid. Today, if you dare say anything that is not in the favor of Orabueze in her cabinet, you are up against the Lucifer himself, because you will be fought until your image is totally smeared. But there was a man who picked courage to say no. That name, you can remember, the man's name is Maliamungu. Maliamungu said, boss, no. I know you will not like the fact that I am disagreeing. I know you might do anything to me, but no, boss. There are things we don't do in a certain way, because if you do them, it might seem right to you. At the end, all of us will go home in shame. So, boss, please. And boss say, can I hear your reason? Can I hear your reason? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, the major language he knows is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The more he's not very fluent or conversant with English language. So now, then the guy, the Maliamungu, had to do it in a respectful way also. You know what he said? He said, Your Excellency, do you know there is a country that is called Cyprus? This same thing you want to do was done in Cyprus. And Idi Amin responded, said, what do you mean? I'm quoting verbatim at the literatum. This is the exact word Idi Amin used. I am not trying to rephrase now. Idi Amin said, what do you mean? And the guy's question, I am using his exact word. He said, Your Excellency, do you know a country called Cyprus? That's the exact word he used. I'm not rephrasing it. And Idi Amin said, what do you mean? What do you mean? And at that moment, other members of the cabinet now began to quiver, because they thought it was over the bar for that Mr. Maliamungu. Now, what does Cyprus have to do with the changing of Uganda to ED? This is the exact question he asked. I'm not rephrasing. He said, it's not what do you mean. He said, what does Cyprus have to do with the changing of Uganda to ED, my name? To ED, he did not add my name. I'm now the one adding my name. And Mr. Maliamungu, when that question came in that thunderous voice, you know that they are domino. The man was beginning to think of who will send a farewell message to his family. But he replied courageously, said, the citizens of Cyprus are called Cypriots. Cypriots. Now, Cyprus should be Cyprus. Now, their name, the citizens, like you have Biafrans, Nigerians, Americans, their own should be that suffix that will give a little change to the name, the noun, is RUS. Now it will change from RUS to RIOTS, Cypriots. Now, he now said, now I'm not quoting him now. Okay, I will tell you that when you know that even Idi Amin, the man that has this very bad name, very bad tag on his name, at a point when you bring suggestion that will mean very good, if you have the courage, he is encouraged. But because there are fools, there is something that our PM Simon Ekpa said to Dr. Damages, and he already said it in his other programs before Dr. Damages. He said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he is not interested in the leadership of Biafra when Biafra is eventually recognized, redeclared, or recognized. He said there is a reason to that. He said the reason was simply because people in his cabinet, the people in his government, there was no cabinet, it wasn't that organized then. People in his government, the people he was surrounded with or by, were gang of wolves. So he didn't trust any of them. So probably because if he had declared that he will be in charge or he will be there, they will gang up against him. Now see, they ganged up against him even when he said he's not interested. Because they have their parochial interests, just like we are seeing today. Now, that the way he has organized this movement, that Nnamdi Kanu will most likely not have that same position or stand in that same position. Say, however, because he's a sincere man, even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still insists on that, which he knows he will not, that he, Simon, will not allow Nnamdi Kanu's labor and his labor to just dash like that, having this same collection of vipers to be in charge. Now to return us to the ruins, to the state of what is almost what Thomas Hobbes would have as state of nature, like it is currently here in the country where we are running away from. Now he said, this Meleamungu replied, he said, the citizens of Cyprus, when you want to call them like you call Nigerians, Cypriots, Americans, Nigerians, Biafrans, you call them Cypriots. That is next to idiots. Now, I am being too fast. Now, let me now continue. Now, we Ugandans shall be called idiots if you succeed in calling Uganda Idi. When people of the world want to refer to us, the citizens, the people of Uganda, since you have changed us to Idi, that we have no other name than to continue to be idiots. There was silence for a moment. Idi Amin, the man that is supposed to be seen as a terrible man. You know what he said? He said, I see. He looked at Mr. Meleamungu. He said, you and I am not rephrasing, I am quoting verbatim ad illiteratum now. I'm quoting verbatim ad illiteratum. He said, you and I are the most intelligent men in this cabinet. Therefore, the name of the country shall remain Uganda, and so it remained till date. Are you aware of this? You might not be aware because some of us were not interested in politics, and that was part of the mistakes of the past. You have to, even if you don't have any academic background or lineage in this field, But we must be interested because we must be part of decision. If you refuse to be part of making decision about how your life will be governed, others will make on your behalf. And you have no option than to be bounded by whatever decision they reach out. So that is why you need to be coming out. Make your input. Yes. It's not like some of these making reckless inputs like some of these media dogs that are recruited now. Because none of them know anything. Even the highly ranked person in their government, I started by playing her voice here, Madam Ono, I don't know, that she has never supported that idea of opening account. But your Kelena is opening a Fulani account. Kelena is still defending it today that there is no Fulani account. In fact, that this is the exact account that Simon Ekpa has been using. Adade Ramana had to further stretch that. There was an account, and that same account is what Onowu also mentioned in this, that the account that Biafrans used has been used from the days of Onyendu, and it has passed because the spirit keep leading. The right people continue to be in possession of the account. So now that account continues. It remains. Now that was saying, we cannot make this organization a charity organization. Do you know why she said that? Because PM Simon Ekpa said that the particular account we use in that what do you call it, New Dimension, which is not that the particular one we use, which is not this Taj Fulani account and now UBA. Sorry, what is that? FCMB. Now this is the nonsense Kelena is defending. Kelena cannot even use the name. I will not want to put your leg to be exposed, but of course, you have chosen the role of a devil advocate. So now, Kelena has not, Ada said it in one of her programs, has nothing to offer. Not even a shishi. Not even a kobo. He's now calling other people out, that these people who are trying to save Biafran people from the danger, that they are the real sabos. That they are just to distract, that they nothing like Fulani account. I don't know who said it clearly. That she never supported, she will never do, because all along, for a very long time now, she has been advocating for her people's peace, safety. Somebody called in our dad's program today, stating that she is calling from the village here, that center is not holding. The center is not holding. Everybody, everyone don't scatter. That is what your Madam Bao Bao wants. Madam Bao Bao. Okay, now you see. I keep connecting. Sometimes I'll never return back to where I was treating. But let me still come to where I was treating. Now, your Madam Bao Bao said she is the COS, meaning Chief of Staff. Now, where does the Chief of Staff exist? In Biafran Republic government, in where? Exile. Now, she's still the one that is contradicting herself. She said, we are no more in exile. We are now a country. And she's still attaching that title, Chief of Staff, to herself. Now, when I connect things, open your head, because Obola Ibu, God has blessed us with this. Obola Ibu. Check what happened between Nelly and Simon. Yes. Nelly said that she is no more anything Biafra. She is Idu. When you ask her, she said she is the auditor. She is a DOS member, that is an auditor of Biafran government under Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB. Yes. IPOB, she still recognized as now she said that Biafra is scam. IPOB is scam. IPOB is fraud. IPOB is anything evil. It represents anything Satan, anything Biafra, anything Satan. That the right thing is collapse it and come to Idu. The same moles planted. Today, the same pattern. The same pattern. BRGIE is evil. BRGIE is everything evil. BRGIE is no more in use. We don't need BRGIE again. We are now a state. You are still COS. COS to where? BRGIE. Now you are a deputy prime minister. Who made you deputy prime minister? I want to ask. You can see the problem. Simon Ekpa was made a prime minister under the agitation movement in exile. Have you returned home? Okay. Now, Simon Ekpa is chief of staff. Why is very soon you even add him chief of defense staff, or sorry, I don't know what next. Head of state. So I have clarified that part as well. So now when we go to the address she used, she said it's tower. Address she used. Where will I get that address she used? Let me check. I will get it because I have to get it. Okay, all of you, look for the letter Ngozi Orabueze wrote. Look for letter Ngozi Orabueze wrote, please. Or sorry, where she was telling you the new office that she's using now. No more the BRGIE office. She now have a new office. She call it agent. That office she call Biafran government agent. So check it, please. Check for it. So that you see the address she used there. So that you know why we are crying. She want to have you mocked. Some of you who are thinking that she is in for this restoration, she just want to have this movement ridiculed. Please, hi. Why can't I see? That's not a problem. That's a problem. I must see it too. I have to see it. I just have to see that too, because it's very important I see it. Or can somebody, is there anybody here who can see? Now, there, what the address is, she said is Biafran Tower. Now, imagine that you are taking this letter to Vladimir Putin. You're taking a letter to Donald Trump. And you are seeing, and he will be seeing address there, Biafran Tower. He will look at you, just envisage how Donald Trump behaves. Just close your eyes and envisage. You see him, he will be like, why are these people this foolish? Where do you have Biafran Tower? Do you think that Simon Ekpa is foolish? When he has that, he put up that BRGIE office, liaison office in all countries, and when he's writing to such countries, he uses that office. He uses that physical office where you can reply to. When you want to address physical letter, you reply addressing that office, using the address of that office. Now this woman is trying to mock everything that Simon Ekpa stands for. That was why Adade Rama said in that in a video. I have all these videos to play here. I have different audios, different videos. That is the problem I have when I don't keep exactly to how I plan the program. Okay? Now you can see how Orabueze is mocking you people. Mocking everything that Simon stands for. That was why Adade Rama began to cry. That this woman does not represent Simon Ekpa. Okay. Maybe let me not stop. Let me just not be talking, and not playing anyone. Talking. Not playing anyone. Okay. No. That one should be from here. That I should play it. Should be from here. The things she is saying. Now they are treating her like an outcast in all their platforms, all their groups. When she share her program, they begin to wag their tongue in disapproval. So now, listen to this.
The only thing on chapter on Nigeria, ne recruit to Boko Haram, ne tinyefa na army Nigeria.
That is number one. No, it's not yet that. She's saying this one, but it's not the one I want.
NgoziOra Orabueze. Now he's the government, which might just a part of that. Ne recruit. Onye na-egbu ụmụazị bayi aka na-egbu ọchụ aka gburu ụmụazị bayi ọwọkwa ofu onye ọwụla ebuọ bahili nne wee recruit obe were tinye na Biafra tinye be na ndụ dey blade Biafra. I never see something like that happen.
Okay, this is not yet time for this one. So you are hearing it clearly. Okay.
I'm a new one to Nkere without being told. And don't wear no moon like a and even like who support Romo. On do NgoziOra Orabueze when that support Romo.
And now we're engaged. Oh, so one on side of Nkere, and now we're engaged.
Oh, do him and his Okuna, don't my Okukunda, or even Cholo. And do not I just may I don't ma. Even I always go to Obodo. Good country. Obodo, but I want to go. Oh, Obodo.
He will say,
you want to lead by example. We talk people that if I did book.
Okay, let me even play it. Maybe it's this one.
I'm not in the politics. I resign to go.
Okay.
I resign to me. Seven recruit Bagu. Now, even
Ngozi ne recruit to Ebubago Burumunnia. I still have the Ebubago people he's calling. I have, because I'm in different groups where there is a page where page is there, Caterpillar, all I will get here. I don't know the implication. That's why I might not be in a haste to play it. But if you people approve of me to play it, I'll do that now. But let me still play. Okay, let me finish this one first.
I'm a new one to Nkere without being told. I'm asking a major head at the party. Resign or Macalo or
Now, also let's take the point before we even go. There is something she even mentioned here now. That's why I told you earlier on. When we keep on making mistakes, yes. But when you know it is mistake and not a deliberate act to sabotage, not against her, she is doing it because she feels this. She doesn't agree with Ogechukwu Nkere. She doesn't agree with because of the information she is fed. She's too emotional, you know. Like many women in the struggle and some guys too, they are too emotional. So because of emotions, they act. Now till today, she is yet to get totally out of that emotion. because she has been deeply fed that Ogechukwu Nkere did that. Even while she is still saying the truth, though, that it was not Ogechukwu Nkere that set up the people that were quiet, that it was Ngozi's, you know, the program, I played it here. Now, she still find it difficult to join Ogechukwu Nkere because she don't want to be bullied like I'm advising against now. Now, you heard her saying that I resign again because she's afraid of coming to this part. Because some of us are giving her impression that she will be roasted alive. So, venging whatever it is, let's do that with caution.
That's na major so na the party. Resign no makalo. Obalumu ase made etigunyo amanya even why ada more.
Okay, now listen.
If nakita even your mama ho nedo. Wala akpọ nwaanyị onye ọzọ mama nwere ike ọnwụ na ekpebe nwunye gị.
Nwaanyị a ọkwanụ ya na-achị anyị.
No, so this is not the part. Now, I have a lot of these things to help what we are doing today. Okay, at least at some point I have said what I wanted to say.
Will skin Nigeria alive. I am telling you the fact. So if you think that you arrest people who want their freedom is the best way to stop them in Mazinam Dikano and killing everybody. You killed ESN. You would understand that. You thought you kidnapped Mazinam Dikano, it is the end. Ogechukwu into going into politics. Uwazirike came out. Mazinam Dikano came out. Now you have deceived some of his men. Some of those who claim they were fighting with Mazinam Dikano, you have deceived them, pay them money. You thought that Biafra is going to end. Here I am. So even
okay, if you deceive people to disperse people from the struggle, and you think it will end, it will not.
If I come to Nigeria today, you think you're going to end Nigeria? You're going to end Biafra? You will never. You will never end Biafra. Okay. And that is where some of you, the idiot, are making mistake. The only thing you are doing by arresting Biafra agitators is to bring more ruthless agitators into the struggle. People that will be like vampires. I am telling you the fact. You thought Mazinam Dikano is talking tough, right? Or you are going to see what we are going to do. We will skin Nigeria alive.
Okay, look at here. Even in this program, I have seen Rose. Rose was there in the program. Rose was live in that program. Now, they told you, Ngozi and her dogs told you that Rose is a creation after Simon Ekpa's arrest. And it is Pastor Van Vam, it is not Butuzo. They cook different lies, and today they have been shamed. Butuzo has made his stance very clear. Now, that is not, let us progress, because I will get confused when I jam-packed all these things. So, Ekpa denies having anything to do with the arrangement of Ngozi Orabueze. Now, I deviated, I talked about how she is opposing people's opinion. I now use Uganda president of blessed memory. I don't know if the memory is blessed to Idi Amin and his cabinet member. Then the status Simon Ekpa keep on recognizing is the BRGIE. Why? Simon Ekpa wants the BRGIE to get Biafra recognized. He wants to use BRGIE to get Biafra recognized. That's why he's busy extending the offices to different countries, the liaison office. And now Ngozi is bringing in the one she called agent. The reason is because she wants to keep Biafrans confused. The money that is contributed to support these men, so that what Simon is saying here, to make sure that the arrest of any leader of Biafra movement will bring in more aggressive leaders. And the aggression of the leaders is not because of the noise made on the social media. That the aggression is because there is a man he called Butuzo and his team who were holding the center strong, holding the ground strong. So the assignment of Ngozi today is to make sure that this does not hold. This does not hold. She don't want that strong man that Simon Ekpa was so proud of. That was why she went to get all the retired criminals, assembled them together, and then began to use them and the Bubago people. This is the same thing you heard Adade Rama confessing to. Yes. She is confessing to that. Okay. Now look at this. Ife Sinachi Nwaume wrote, if you wish to see Biafra in your own time, if you mean you are serious that you want to see Biafra come, if you are really supporting Biafran freedom, if you know you are not on social media against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and you know that some people are not working for Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, from what you can see, if you are truthful, if you are not using Biafran struggle to make money or achieve other goals, personal objectives, these people will give you money. Oh, sorry, will give you freedom if you support them. Who are these people we are talking about? The same people that Mazi Simon Ekpa blew their horn, blew their trumpets. These are the Biafran Defense Forces, Biafran Liberation Army. Nigerian government don't listen to whatever you are doing on social media, even though they have spies. The only thing that gives them headache is the men, the Biafran Defense Forces, Biafran Liberation Army. These are the men on ground. Do you see any ordinary person, even ordinary person, complaining about your activities? Oh, gossip, do you ever see any comment from Musa that he feels so threatened by any activity today? Rather, you will see him everywhere now saying that he told you that he will bring everything to control, under control, that he has achieved. And they used people inside. And this is in accordance with the advice from the white-beard man, the Malam, who is the advocate of terrorists, Shegumi, who said, just like Gowon said after the war, the Biafran, that he wouldn't have gone into that confrontation when he knows there are men, Biafran men, he will give money and they will do the devil work. That is the same thing that Gumi said. Recruit Biafran youths, recruit Igbo youths, and you will see you have lesser headache. They will be the one doing the work. Today, what is happening. Adaderama made it clear that NgoziOra was recruited because she is an insider. You know, she's an insider in the cabinet, and she still have contact with men on ground. So you can see. So do you see even ordinary people, they don't complain about what you are doing, let alone the Nigerian government. They only complain about the activities of BDF, BLA. It's not just about your social media activities. Just support the BDF now. Butuzo have been there. Gento have been there. Commander Holy Ghost have been there. All the men have been there. They remain unscratched. Why then seek ye to divide them? Why want to get everything divided? Why want confusion? Why bring in confusion? Let me continue with, so like I told you, which Adaderama also said, I don't know if I had played that, I have already played that one. If I have not, I will still play it. She said in that particular document that, I am the one that is even confusing myself. I think I know where I'll get that one. I'm the one confusing myself. It should be, that voice note should be here. Okay. Don't be, please, I am coming, because I want to make sure I play the, okay, I think I'm getting there. Okay, now, I told you, NgoziOra abandoned the Biafran Liberation Army and created confusion for almost throughout the month of January, February. Throughout the month of January, she brought in confusion. Some people say, oh, General Butuzo is not I can't, even Adaderama was a part of people who milled the rumor, gossip. Butuzo is not Rose. Rose is Butuzo. Rose is not this one. Butuzo is not with Ogechukwu Nkere. Butuzo is with and all of that. At the end of the day, what happened? Now, the caterpillar that she brought in, Adaderama clarified that. Then beyond Adaderama, caterpillar and what do you call him? Pejima, they had a fight. So they are exposing themselves now as we speak. Now, it ended up that Orabueze has been working behind Simon Ekpa all along, working with the people doing kidnap in our land. Doing kidnap in our land. So these are the voice notes. Let me use this opportunity to go to, because I want to start playing the voice note, but let me see from the comment section to know if
Plus 500 offers a free and unlimited.
Let me see if, okay, let me even control the voice from here.
And what now one, if I one guy in my village, you know, back of a kidnap on a lot of Etiopia. And don't you know, all the against Biafran freedom. Or wrong information. Yeah, since November last year, Muadra well. On February, beginning of February. Umunia Akutagoma ransom 4.something million. Contact Yama police every day. And I say my ransom release the guy. So why they could present a platform, general platform in the back of by. If I cannot say, it's not on the ground. That's not ESN, not law banker. You see, no, Mbokatapela. Shakatapela, if name, Kajan didn't know law banker because I'm going to say Mass and Namikal now. ESN are not existing. It's 100%. Catapela sent Yaputoko or 12 voice note in Abutuzo, voice conversation and Abutuzo. Butuzo, you get information, the command and the number.
your bank. He sent a picture of that my village guy. He said they carapel everything. After the next the carapel bomb him yes now yes now that my village guy.
This is in Page Ma's voice. Now he said since AG Mazen Nandekano, from the moment AG the Mazen Nandekano na ESN are no more or ceased to exist. Now, do you see the direction he's coming from? Do you know why? Because he was part of the people that was blackmailing Simon Ekpa. Yes. Now, ESN stopped existing from the moment Simon Ekpa was kidnapped. Is that true? No. ESN was existing. It was after like a year to 2 years that Simon Ekpa came forward to say, since these guys are beginning to commit crimes, that Nnamdi Kanu is in the court. Because he's the one that formed this ESN, all the crime, the atrocities they are committing will be heaped on the head of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So let us stop this nonsense. Then I want the DOS people, they refuse to listen, that this is what it will amount to. Give these boys money. Nnamdi Kanu mapped out this money for them because they have families. They need to eat, they need to be cared for. So they refuse. So that's why we are trying to dissolve, because if we don't disband them, they will continue to commit crime. Now, from this part of the voice note of Caterpillar, Mpejima, it's indicting Caterpillar on one hand and trying to indict, because ESN is not, so all the crime these guys were committing now is Simon Ekpa's men. Even there's a particular voice note, he said it clearly, but I have other things to say. I have other things to picture or to get from that.
This guy on their camp. None of the guy fuck up. Now the guy name police. Name naga track here with the tracking. No, I way with the idea.
Okay. Shit. I'm making a mistake. Okay. All right. Let me see a reaction before I play this in, because I might be progressing in error. Maybe people don't want me to play that. It might be something to keep secret. Uh-oh. Chineke. Well, it's even good. Thank you. Excellent Ogechukwu. Thank you. I must give a shout out and recognition to all of you who are good Biafrans who mean well. Yes, Victor Osueke. Victor Osueke. USB charger. Okay, for life. For you. This platform is complete rubbish. Victor, go and learn how to spell things correctly. At least you should know rubbish is just too simple. It's a 6-letter word that you should know. So learn to spell. Tell your criminal Ogechukwu Nkere to come and do account for Biafrans. Yes, Victor, he is a criminal Ogechukwu Nkere. He has tried to explain that it is your criminal Madam Bao Bao that tried to make things look sagacious. Yes, your criminal Madam Bao Bao, because she had she was a signatory to that, and but not the major, so had a way to do away with monies there. But then Ogechukwu Nkere reconciled it with Simon Ekpa, and Simon Ekpa allowed him and rested the issue of accounting, and he has spent much money than the money there. So If you have further questions, when he is in town hall meeting right now, so go and ask him. Yes, all hail Biafra. Yusuf Bala, all hail Biafra. Yusuf, your name confuses us. Please. All hail Biafra, almost hail BRGIE. Thank you. Because BRGIE is where Simon Ekpa stands, even till about 2 to 3 months to the declaration. He was still putting up more BRGIE liaison offices. So Ngozi coming to deceive Biafrans that BRGIE is no more, and what is now is Biafran government agent. It's a very laughable thing. Ekwenche, our DNA studies will show non-Biafrans. Thank you. You will start from yourself, because your colleague, Dim Ozuemena, because all Ozudi Dim Ozuemena have given you the title you deserve. So read what he said. He said you are a fool. Fool, Sabo. Ononiwu Ogonaya. USB is your government. Liar, it's your own government. What happened to Mazen Nandekano? Yes, we don't have Mazen Nandekano. We have Mazen Nandekano. That shows that you are an empty head. That shows that you are some of those people who were brought in to project the Madame Baobao's agenda. You cannot even pronounce the name of the person all of you are confessing as your leader. Oh, Onyendu, you cannot pronounce his name. You have Ojozo Okalo, and we have Mazen Namdekano. He's our Onyendu. Thank you. Helen Peters, God bless you for your good work. Thank you, one name. Oh, yes. Emmanuel Anayochukwu Ohago. They did plant her. They planted her. Yes. It is the caliphate. They planted her. That is why she is still proud of being a People's Club and the Nigerian political party in diaspora, and so proud of that, and her contact with some Nigerian political elites, which Simon Ekpa said clearly from the moment he started this Biafran struggle, he is no longer proud of having anything to do with. So if anybody has anything that links him, any kind of contact with any Nigerian politician, that they should bring forward. Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, then went further to say, any person that says he or she want to lead, that cannot come out to say these things, like, if, take it and say it seriously, take the oath to say, if by any reason, in any way, my action betrays the Biafran cause, that God of Biafra should make her or make him miserable forever and remain in pains till death do him or her path, that person should not be trusted. So call Madam Bao to say that the way Nnamdi Kanu said it and the way Simon said it, and declare that since she started Biafran struggle, she never had contact with Nigerian politicians. Of course, she already said the opposite. So she is proud to be in contact with them, proud to be a member of Nigerian political party in diaspora, proud to be a member of People's Club of Nigeria. So I don't know then who you are looking for as the person that planted her. Yes, Helen Peters, Cho Ayaba will be so proud wherever he is right now, which we supposed to be approaching, but mad woman fighting against it. Thank you, my sister. That is a wonderful submission. The mad woman is leading her followers to the pit of hell. Yes, to abyss, of course. Ngozi, it seems that you are here defending your brother Sonny. Yes, my sister, I am here defending my brother Sonny, while your Madam Bao Bao is busy fighting anybody that will write letter to Finland to release Simon Ekpa because she wants to be in charge, and she is ready to make sure that anybody that raises any topic of let us lead a protest, she will remove microphone from or mute anybody that want to say anything that is bad happening in our land. Anybody that want to point out the evil, when she is still busy trying to make sure there is no unity in the body, trying to make sure that she destabilizes everything Simon Ekpa stands for, and make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case is not heard. Yes, I will not be like her, and I'm probably like you, because since you support her, they say birds of the same feather flocks together. So you can see, it seems that you are defending her. I'm defending Nkere, Sarah Parewa Soni, I am. Oga, you don't know what is happening. Stop saying what you don't know. Thank you, Chidebere. Manuaka, can you tell me what is happening? Nkere was made APM. Did you see me, since I call Nkere, am I calling Nkere as APM? But of course, when you want to ask of who made him APM, you saw the day they carried out the process. It was a full democratic process. It was, of course, a government was instituted by Simon Ekpa. There was different departments. So the department that is in charge, that is responsible for doing that, did that to Nkere. They made him, so it is legal. However, our PM Simon Ekpa passed a letter through his lawyer. He wants the body to be united. He has established different liaison offices because he wants that body to be used to get Biafra recognized. But your Madam Bao Bao is fighting against it. So I support Nkere for standing with the structure of Mazi Simon Ekpa against the one that is dividing, to make sure she is the person in charge, and projected herself with lies, things like selling the sentiment that women are discriminated against. Nkere said something against women, and because of that, does it mean women cannot lead, and that, and all of you are getting emotional and all of that. But as you can see me, you don't have any reason to get me change my mind. If you have any solid reason, maybe I will change. So try hard so that you get anything reasonable. Till today, for now, don't have anything reasonable. So Helen Peter, she refused to follow the charter that Biafrans voted for, and our PM was so proud of and was dancing with it and to it. Our PM Simon Ekpa was so proud of the charter. It was a very big and a very laudable achievement, but Orabueze said it's not important. So she need to use her fiat, because we are in military. Maybe that is why she chose the title head of state, and confuse you bearing deputy prime minister and giving her prime minister as head of state title. Confused people everywhere. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will say mad people everywhere. Okay. Yes. No be juju be. Now juju be that. That is why, like Simon Ekpa refused to recognize a new government. I myself, I am not in a haste to accept any new title. So I still go and check the description of this particular program. Check the title, check the description, so that you see how I address Nkere. So that you know how sincere I am. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is our supreme leader, and we are whiter than white. Thank you. Oge is just acting PM, which means he will hand over immediately PM is out. So he is still working on his position as finance minister. Thank you. Thank you. Helen Peter answered the question very correctly. Nkere is so wise. He is not a power monger like Ngozi has painted him. He is not a power monger. He said he is acting. He is acting. So that's surrogate position. That's surrogate. When you are acting, you don't go ahead to make major changes. But here you are. This woman is using your brain to smoke Gary. She says she's a surrogate. The surrogate that want to make major changes against his master's will. A surrogate that don't want his master to be. I played a video of Ambazonian Governing Council here. How Cameroon government is calling for a roundtable sit out. Now, your own Ngozi want to have every way destabilized so that there will never be any opportunity for that. In fact, that nobody will ever see you serious. Do you ever see Musa complain about you again? No. Of course, they have sacked you people. Yes, so that's the truth. So now, Ngozi want to have you just talking, gossiping on the social media forever. Because she don't want anybody that will make sure that Simon is out. She don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be out. She want to be projecting herself because she like fame, she like power, she also like money. But she gave all these wrong attributes to Nkere, making him look like a Satan before Biafrans. But thank God, people are regaining their consciousness. It's a gradual approach. It's a gradual process. Now, Nkere did not make any major changes. He said he wants to act on that capacity. Immediately, Oga comes because he don't want to make changes. So you are the master, they are the boy that want to now, because your Oga is out. Now you take his wife, you want to take over his wife. You are the servant that say you Oga traveled, so you take over his wife. You don't go into major changes. A surrogate is a placeholder. Doesn't make, he or she only maintains status quo. Your own Ngozi has changed status quo. She want to change everything. Because to her, maybe Simon Ekpa is not courageous enough, cannot sack Nkere, cannot make any major changes. Now she, Iron Woman, and when they shout that Iron Woman in program, Agowani, oh, her head swells. And she begins to puff out her wings like Torotoro. Oneko. So you can see. That's why Ada said, hold all these titles and call her Madam Ngozi. Madam COS. Let's manage that one. So, what is Nkere beginning Finland for? Okay, beginning Finland. Okay, she want to say begging Finland for it. Okay. Did Simon commit any crime? Okay, so because Simon did not commit any crime, Simon don't need lawyer. Simon don't need to be appealed for. Simon don't need to be we don't need to clamor for his release because he did not commit any crime. So Finland should just naturally release him because they arrested him on baby allegation. That is how this woman is misleading you people. When you do anything, she said, no, don't worry, Finland is on top of the matter. No, why didn't Nnamdi Kanu commit any crime? Why do you write all these tags, release Nnamdi Kanu? When Simon Ekpa was free, we were creating putting up different approaches to call for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Any different ways. There was hashtags, there was everything. Tell me where is Ngozi's hashtag created for release of Simon? Remedios and so many other Biafrans called for protest. We protested for Nnamdi Kanu at different occasions, and in different places, in different countries. But Orabueze want to be in charge so that nobody. That is the same command and control system. No, because Simon Nnamdi Kanu made sure that there was a breathing space. There is a second option. Didn't you ask yourself, why didn't Nnamdi Kanu make the things the way he made it? He didn't want to have any decisive. Yes, he said follow Simon Ekpa, he didn't want, but before then, he already said DOS was final authority. But before the end, he said no. Simon Ekpa, follow him. But there was no time he said, I am dissolving DOS. Because he wanted you to use your tongue to count your teeth. And Simon never forwarded himself, I want to be in control. No, not even for once. Ogechukwu Nkere never forwarded himself, I want to be in charge. It rather was Ngozi who implied that, and Biafrans believed that. Because they had quarrels, and Ogechukwu Nkere had a body language, a countenance that wasn't, because they had a quarrel on that convention. So people began to take whatever Ngozi said serious. So you can see, it was all premeditated attempt. Anyways, as we move, the spirit of Biafra will continue to remove the chaff from the wheat. Thank you. They are USB wire chargers, cable. So we allow you to that. Nothing like BRGIE. Can you hear somebody that say he's following Simon Ekpa? Even till the month of October, September, Simon was still erecting BRGIE offices, liaison offices. But the EU here is telling you there is nothing like BRGIE. You see? MNK said that it's only those who are born for this liberation that will stand till the end. Okulia, he said it. Without BRGIE, that is used to register this whole course and the liaison offices. What will you use to get the USB recognized as a nation? My sister, he reached to ask him. So if you don't use, there is nothing like BRGIE, what then will you use to register it? All the documents, all the process, all the letter-headed papers, and Simon just was still creating till a month to a week to the to 2 months to that declaration, or to 2 months. Let's be very factual. So it was everything. All those offices was rented, and it was paid for 2 years. Was paid for just for declaration. Then it become wasted. Then we now use USB. Look at the logo I use for this program. The theme, the paper, the theme or the logo I use for this paper. Yes, the thumbnail. You will see USB there. This USB was already adopted. Even as it was adopted, Simon still was creating liaison offices. So can't you use your head? Let us continue. The 100 men and standing strong for the 100 men are standing strong for the USB recognition as a nation. Helen, the 100 men are standing strong for the liberation. Thank you. MNK was having millions of followers, yet he was looking for just 100 men that was born or that are born for the struggle. Bonye Jino. Bonye Jino. Mbo onye Jino. Hey, reactions too much. Oh. I don't know. I don't know where to read. If you have nothing tangible, you would have been mentioning our COS name. You are making her more popular and powerful. Yes, thank you. I am making her more popular so that you reassess your mental ability. I am making it more popular so that you know when to take somebody to psychiatric hospital. Because somebody cannot be saying she is what do you call it, DPM, and then the person that she should be DPMing is a head of state. So, and somebody wants recognition, is already using everything fake. Biafran Tower address. You see? Yeah, we have to make her popular. That's what she needs. Okay, Glory Igwe. It's okay, but so far so good. He is not taken to Nigeria, and will not be taken to Nigeria in a haste. Not, at least, not before the date they fix for their final hearing, their court's final hearing. And there are new allegations against him. There are new cases opened against him. So there are new cases. So he must be tried in Finland. Menke saw the gang of wolves. He was walking and he cried out for just 100 men. Yes, so they are Fulani. They don't betray themselves. They don't betray their cause. So it's only we that betray our cause. Don't mind the woman. Her voice is what deceives many of the gullible followers that has fallen into the hands of the evil woman. Imagine, she had the temerity to come out to tell people that our donation is for charity. Adarama already addressed that. The money is not for charity. You should demand for your money to be used for why you donated. Unfortunately, she have used the money already. She's using the money already for what she likes. So she now have new office because she wants everything to be in her name. I declare Biafra. Now they are talking about Rose. They are still maintaining that Rose is fake. Yes, yes. We will bow to United States of Biafra. That is what our PM adopted. That is what was adopted. So we will still bow to United States of Biafra. But we are not going to bow to USB charger by Madam Bao Bao, because we don't work with people who should be in psychiatric hospitals. Look at what somebody is telling me. Ngoba Udoka. Ngoba Udoka is telling me that I should do the same thing that all the media dogs were doing when our leader was captured, when the DOS was in charge, their command and control. When the media dogs were sent out. When in the right time, Simon Ekpa still conquered them. It only took 1 year or so. They were conquered. People still came back to the right place. See what he's telling me. You know, last time I played the audio where Remedios told us that his conversation with Ugo 247, where he said they know Biafra is not coming. So they know what they are doing. So it's a business. They want to just be blowing their channel. They want to make social media money. Now look at what he's telling me. Mr. Man, do you know that if you are on the right track since you started your program, do you know how many followers you will have now? So, you have seen where the whole thing is geared towards. It's about having followers. It's about making money. Can't you see? Kelen Nanan is having followers. Kelena that doesn't have anybody. So Kelena is having many followers. Very many followers. All of them are growing. Even Ugo 247 has blown. He's now having Ugo 247 that he doesn't know what to even say. He's now having many followers. So that is the target. Equally Nifo Tuku. So that's why they protect that they are occult with everything. Somebody asked Adade Orama today her program, why are they very ready to stop anybody from, because are they running an occult? I did a program, I titled it something called, that's what the DOS command and control stand for. You see? Anyway, propaganda and lies. Okay, let me read from the other person. Now, Helen said, it is a humanitarian donation that is going to the men. Now them will ask. Flora Abana, Biafran radical, neither you nor Ogechukwu Nkere are on the right track. Please, Ogechukwu Nkere is a criminal. How can a finance minister become DPM? Don't you know the rule of law? Please, don't mislead others. Flora Abana. Okay, Abana na the motto. Flora Abana, I am trying to connect this your name or Igbo name or not. Okay. Abana na the motto. Because you think Ogechukwu Nkere is a criminal. Okay. Flora, first of all, what you should ask yourself is whether you know anything about the struggle at all. Are you following at all? Whether following Ngozi or following Oge, are you following anybody at all? Because if you are following, you should not title Ogechukwu Nkere DPM. So Ogechukwu Nkere never told you he's a DPM. So no need to waste time on your own comment. Nothing to expatiate on, nothing to clarify on. Always propaganda and lies. Oge is a criminal. What did he steal? Did he steal your Did he steal your Ngongo? That's the same way you people called Simon Ekpa a criminal, kidnapper, and that's why other people are now, seeing him like that. He called them MNK different names, that he was appropriating Biafran people's money. I don't know why some Biafrans are this daft. You are claiming rule of law, yet that mad woman told you to ignore the charter that gave us the right to become a nation. Reaction no be here. Okay, reactions no be here. Now I am going to another phase of this program is lasting too long. I did not bargain for this. Why Ngozi gossiped out Madam Azoka? And this Madam Azoka held the office of the defense office. Yes, she was the chief of defense staff. You know that? Ogechukwu Nkere in the same defense. So why Ngozi was forcing her way into the defense? Butozo rejected that. Simon Ekpa himself, our PM, rejected her in the defense. She is still insisting on the defense. Today, Biafrans have seen why she is insisting on the defense. She wants the defense front or fort to be porous so that the enemies will have access. I think she's achieving that today, and she's happy. That has been why she has been forcing her way into the defense. At least she has gotten what she wanted. She gossiped Madam Azoka out. And all these things, I will play videos. If I can't play them today, at least let me mention some of those topics. I will continue with it tomorrow. Tomorrow is sit at home. So I should have chance. Tomorrow is sit at home. Now, she called back Caterpillar, the evil genius, and the other people that our PM sacked. Remember, Madam Azoka was not sacked, was suspended, but because she knew her commitment, she felt so much bitter in her that our PM allowed the gossip of this Madam Baobao to inform his decision. Now, after that gossip, she wanted to do it again with Ogechukwu Nkere. Our PM said no. No. We will not allow that again. The henchmen and women, the pillars, the strong pillars of this movement, you want to sack all of them. Our PM said no. When she insisted on being member of the security body, our PM said no. Now, the issue of Gaddafi coming in, the suspension of Gaddafi, is connected to the suspension of Madam Azoka, the same gossip mill from this Madam Baobao. Now they begin to make Gaddafi look like a Satan, like they are trying to make Ogechukwu Nkere. Now when they bring in this thing, like the DOS would do, the Nzama, that is the same Nzama she is doing, the Nzama people, the rebirth of Nzama people. That's what you are witnessing. They will remove, in the last program you saw it, they will pull 50 million from the coffers and now set out for 25 million. At the end of the day, that even the 25 million, nothing will be seen. That is why Ada said, we are fighting to go out from Nigeria because we want a working government that will be for the people in all spheres of life. But look at a government where nobody have right to his opinion, a government where Nzama is the normal thing, proliferation of projects, inflating of project costs and budget padding. You know what we are running away from? Everything. Now look at it. They gossiped Gaddafi out. And you remember the role of Gaddafi that time? When Gaddafi went for Ngoro. You remember? She is the person that gossiped Gaddafi out. Now, she has come full time with the right and rule idea. She said she want to decentralize Biafran Defense Force. Now, person will say she be surrogate to Simon. Now, she want to decentralize the Biafran Defense Forces. She has said it in her own program, severally, so that you don't say we are making it up. She want to decentralize it so that the central command that Simon Ekpa put up will not be functional again. Because there is a way it was even decentralized in a moderate way before. But it will still have a central command where Butuzo is the general overall. She don't want that again. She wants to make sure she's in control. She wants to control everybody. Now, you have seen the result of her command and control. Why she abandoned Simon Ekpa is because of this. She wants to be in charge, and she is playing out the card that she was given as a devil advocate. Why she don't want anybody to talk about release of Simon Ekpa. Why she's fighting Ogechukwu Nkere for calling for the release of Simon Ekpa. Why she is doing all the things she's doing. Why do she want to abandon Butuzo? Ask her. Why is she recruiting Ebubago? Ebubatoro? So that they will continue to buy BLF. I will give you in Adadiora's mass program. So now, Otuezioku Bondo there. About 8 people in the Otuezioku Bondo are trying to go against Adadiora's decision, which is their right, and Ada is not condemning them. But they say something I want to work on. They said, Ada, if you have a child, because your child Buraja, Taja, Menka, so you don't, reject that, abandon that child. And that your child do something bad, you might frown, but you must still bring the child in. Do you know why they're saying that? Because Ada has continued to disassociate herself with what she said she knows is not a mistake. They asked her, even when they played her voice, Ada insisted it was not a mistake, that everything this woman is doing, nothing is a mistake. She planned them very carefully. Now, you want Ada to forgive, to pardon her, and we keep moving on. Because we must get Biafra. But you encourage Ada to make Ogechukwu Nkere a permanent Satan. You encourage Ada to make people see Ogechukwu Nkere is a Lucifer. And what did Ogechukwu Nkere did? That he made a mistake. Okay, so there are mistakes that are mistake, and others are mistake. That one is mistake, and this one mistake. Let us continue seeing the hypocrisy of people. Oh. So I am just taking it. I don't want to go into individual. I will play a lot of voices because this is almost 3 hours. I don't like it. And Ada insisted Biafran liberation is not for charity. Hey, things plenty. Oh. Why Ngozi is changing everything put up by Simon Ekpa and abandoning Ekpa's platforms, structures. But you people need to ask Ngozi, who is now her source of contact to our PM, Simon Ekpa, in his confinement. Caterpillar kidnapping activities, I need to bring it forward. My brothers, my sisters, I will continue this program tomorrow. Let me see. Okay, Helen, my sister is still writing. Don't be deceived by these criminals who are following the arch criminal. Let me rephrase it like that too. Yes, Ukas, this is your name somehow strange. Ukas, the man is gossiping. Yeah, so the man is just starting the gossip. The gossip will get beer until the psychiatric patients that escaped from their psychiatric homes will be captured and returned to their psychiatric homes. Yes, the gossip will continue. It is just starting. It has not started. It will continue until the psychiatric escapees will be captured, recaptured, and returned to the psychiatric homes. Thank you. I hope you are comfortable with the response. I hope you are satisfied. Should I stress it more? Nti adekwa le. Nti adekwa. Now, Okas and whatever, my sister Helen has replied you, so go and learn from there. She knows that she was the one that framed up everything. This is a matter our PM himself was the one that rose. He raised that matter, and when he found out the truth, he rested the matter. But the surrogates that can take her masters or mistresses' husband when she is away, that mistress is a terrible mistress. Oh, sorry, that surrogate is a terrible one. So you should go and ask the Madam Baba why she didn't ask our PM or encourage our PM to do that, or but she knows our PM don't trust anything. She like to cause problems because that's what she's paid for. Thank you, Helen, my sister. I should restart a new program, really. It is well. The topics, I need to readdress the topics. Now, I ended up unable to play any of this. Thank God I played some before while starting. So, but it's not good that I didn't play any of these ones that I have in mind. I am supposed to play them. I really am supposed to play them. Hey, so many things to play. So many things to play. Okay, look at that address. Look at that address she used. Now look at State House, Confederal Capital Territory, Ebube, United States of Biafra. No, Biafra Tower. Biafra Tower. State House, Confederation Capital Territory, Ebube. So are you hearing that now? Hey, Omo Bingo. Omo Bingo. This is address, so look at it. Look at, this is what your Madam Bao Bao is using, because her mission is to make sure that this agitation remains laughable, or is ridiculed. She just wants to ridicule the whole effort. That's it. So which world leader you want to get his or her support will see you building on these ridiculous lies and insincerity. How can you be building on ridiculous? Oh my God. Biafran Tower, State House. It's sweet. It's sweet. It is well. It is well. But I want to go on break to continue later. I want to go on break. Anybody who have any opinion can bring it forward before we finally call it a day on this particular session. Anybody? Okay. I want to end it with I want to end today's program with an encouragement quotation never worry about who will be offended if you speak the truth. Worry about who will be misled, deceived, and or even destroyed if you don't speak the truth. Did you get that? Never worry about who will be offended if you speak the truth. Rather, worry about who will be misled, deceived, and or even destroyed if you don't speak up. Can you see why we are insisting on standing on the path of truth? This program, we will continue it tomorrow or later today, because it's already 12:30 something. So thank you for joining us. Make sure you share. If you want Biafra, you must be very positive, you must be very objective, you must be up and doing. We want to get it right. We can't be running away from frying pan and then run into the lake of fire itself. So let us do our part and never intimidated. Rather, they will be the one to run away for us. Thank you. God bless the United States of Biafra, projected by the Biafran Republic government in exile. From this platform today, Biafran Radical Freedom TV, I salute you. Keep being on the path of truth.